Okay guys, welcome with me. So in this video, I will tell you about modal and semi-modal. But before that, we would like to introduce ourselves first. My name is Kada Juliariani and my partner Doris Nilanuni Mardianti. Okay, let's start. For the first one, there's definition of modal. Modal are one type of verb in English grammar called auxiliary verb, where modal do not need to end in as even though the subject of the sentence she, he, or it. For the first one, there's can and could. Function of can, a person's ability or skill. For example, can I sing? Asking for permission, can I borrow your book? And the third possibility, he can be ill. Function of could. Could is the past tense of the word can. For example, I could call you. The second function, could is a form of politeness to express can in English conversation. For example, could I go now? The second one, there is will and would. Function of will. It is used to express in the future simple tense and it is the same as to be going to. For example, I will go to Bandung tomorrow. And the second one, to express a valid request or valid question, to ask permission or ask for help. For example, will you accept my apology? Function of would. Would be a formal valid request. For example, would you mind helping me with my presentation? The second function, would, is a prediction in the past future. For example, I think rainy will come. The third one, there's might and might. Function of might, present in the right speech. For example, might I go to Aceh? The second function is a big possibility. For example, they must visit tonight. And the third function, ask permission politely. For example, might I borrow your novel? Function of might. The function of might is probably won't happen. For example, if I were you, I might go to Jakarta. And the second function, past indirect space. For example, he said she might go to Aceh. The third one, there's must and ought to. Function of must. For the first one, there is necessity that is a special or specific. For example, he must tell him about it. The second function applies to current obligation or task. For example, I must bake more cookies for the kids. And the third function, must, indicates the imperative made by the speaker. For example, you must go. Function of ought to. Ought to is used to provide suggestion that represent possibility even though its reality is not. For example, you ought to invite me there. The last one, there's shall and should. Function of shall. For the first one, there's several upcoming events. For example, I shall go to Bandung. And the second function, expressing its necessity usually in formal state matter. For example, you shall abide by the law. And the third function, expressing more valid advice that it shall be. For example, how I open the door. And the last function, stronger certainly that it shall be. For example, you shall win this game. Function of shall. For the first one, there is uses to give advice or suggestion on a matter. For example, you shall go to her house now. And the second function is a spinal form meant to show an activity that has been done but is not actually done. Or it can also express regret in the end. For example, you should have studied hard before take an exam. And the third function, past form or the past form of should. For example, when he came to my house, I saw good.
Hello everyone, my name is Niluni Mardianti. I am from English Language Education Department. And now I want to explain about semi-modal. Semi-modal. Semi-modal are also colored words that resemble modals or quasi-modals, where semi-modals are a form of many word construction that have the same function as modal. The part of semi-modal is number one, had better. The word had better to give a diff about future and the present. For example, is she had better study English well. Number two is have to. The function is have to express a general obligation or obligation. For example, is you have to drink enough water. In Indonesia, kamu harus minum cukup air. Number two, to express an obligation to do in the future. For example, I will have to bake more cookies for the kids next time. In Indonesian is aku harus memanggang lebih banyak kue untuk anak-anak lain kali. Next function is have to. Refers to a rule or necessity that does not come from the speaker's personality. For example, is you have to go. In Indonesian, kamu harus pergi. Number three is have got to. Have got to is another form of a have to, which is an expression of necessity. For example, is I have to go now. In Indonesian is saya harus pergi sekarang. Number four is used to. The expression used to indicate there is habit in the past result for long-term situation. For example, is I used to do night shift every month, but in my new company, I only work during the day. Number five is be able to. The function number one is be able to is not a modal like can and could, but the able to is also used to express the meaning of being able or able in English. For example, is I'm able to make a cake. In Indonesian, aku dapat membuat sebuah kue. And the next function is be able to can be used for all tenses in English, and be able to is used to express specific ability, which is a more special ability. The last one is be going to. When we have made a decision or we already know for sure what to do in the future. For example, is they are going to retire to the beach. In fact, they have already bought a little beach house. I'm going to accept the job offer.
Okay guys, that's all about material. Thank you.